this lighting is not the greatest, but we're going to go with it anyways. Because I want to show up today. I could not think of what to talk about today because I waited again too long. To the end of the night, procrastinated all day. However, I'm still going to get it done. I need to do these early in the day. I get these spiritual downloads throughout the day, and especially early in the morning when I'm fresh. So I regret that I didn't do it this morning when I'm getting them. And so I'm going to keep working on that until I get better at it. Because when I get these spiritual downloads, it just seems like it's just not convenient times. I'll be like getting ready in the shower or I'm driving. And so getting into the law of rhythm, making these messages is difficult. But so what I came up with was the law of cause and effect. So whatever is happening to you right now, you literally did something to cause it. And me too. I say this for me too. There's 12 universal laws that are in effect right now, whether we are aware of them or not. And one of them is the law of cause and effect. And basically everything that happened to you, you're responsible for. And that has helped me to pay attention to my energy, to my thoughts, to my actions, and the way I treat people. And that doesn't mean I always succeed, of course, because I'm human. I make a lot of mistakes, as we all do. However, I'm getting a lot better at it. Takes practice to pay attention to your thoughts, your actions, and your energy. And I'm noticing the more I do it, the more that people don't do it, and people that even are aware won't do it. They insist on being miserable. That's crazy to me. That's really crazy. We must eliminate blaming and complaining and take responsibility for what happens in our life. And our frequency is everything. Our energy is everything. And you can change it as easy as 1, 2, 3. I always say. There's several ways. You can turn on music, you can take a shower, you can change your environment, just simply go somewhere different. Keeping that frequency high is the best way to get by. So don't ever make decisions when you are in that low vibration. So, cause and effect. Everything that has happened to you is a result of something that you decided to do. Good decisions means you have a good life. Beautiful decisions will create a beautiful life. Bad decisions will create a bad life. It's not really rocket science. And everything that happens to you is perception. So if it seems like adversity to you, it's a lesson. See it as a lesson. I'm going through a very, very huge lesson right now. We all are. We all have something. There's not a single person on the planet that is not going through a major something right now. We're all connected. That's another universal law, the law of oneness. If you feel lonely right now, if you feel stressed, well, guess what? Other people do too. And we need to raise our frequency, which helps them elevate too. Somebody has to go first. Imagine if no one did, and we all just sat around feeling sorry for ourselves, the human race would dwindle and die. So someone has to stand up and say, no, not I. We're going to get up and we're going to do better. And so I'm grateful that I'm doing better today, but it wasn't always that way. I used to be a really low vibe and all the time and complain and blame. And several years ago, even drank alcohol and abusing substances and using people and lying and stealing and cheating. And yeah, it just happens. And I'm grateful that I'm not on that side today. You know, someone lied and cheated and betrayed me, that I'd much rather be on this side than that side, because I know what that feels like. And the guilt will consume you, and you got to get help, and you got to deal with what you did, or karma is going to get you. It always, always does. So, remember the law of cause and effect. Just pay attention to everything you think, everything you do, because it all comes back to you. Even your thoughts, they're not supposed to be on autopilot, but many of us do that. We just let them run a train in our head, making up stories or judging or complaining or blaming, and that just sets off a ripple effect of negative consequences. So eliminate complaining, blaming, judging. Be very aware of how you think. Make good choices today, and good will come back to you. If you are recovering from a string of bad choices, then of course it's going to take you a minute to get out of it, possibly. So it takes 10 positives to outdo a negative. So remember that. If you did a negative, well, you need to do 10 positive things. And it takes some time to reverse things. So give it time. Universal law is no joke. It's operating whether you like it or not. So you may as well get into the flow and let everything with love and kindness grow, because then it will come back to you, and blessings will come back to you. And the more you give, then you will be happier about the way you live.